Hello and welcome to the Get Real Football Experts podcast. I'm your host, Louis Debe, along with Dave Crescenti. What's going on, Dave?
I'm pretty good.
And we're also pleased to be joined by 716 Sports Chat on Twitter and also the co-owner of the Real Bills Now blog. Brendan, how's it going?
It's going.
Oh, by the way, I'm the other co-owner.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of headlines as this is our first podcast in a couple of weeks as we went away, but a lot of headlines injury-wise during training camp as guys like Eagles starting receiver Jeremy Maclin is out for the season with a torn ACL. Dennis Pitta with a fractured hip, I believe is what the injury is. Percy Arvin's out for 3 to 5 months with his hip injury, and also Bronco center Dan Copen is a torn ACL. Dave, just give your insight on some of these injuries and which one probably impacts their team the most.
Well, it's definitely not Dan Copen.
He's a big piece of that offense just because he's a lineman.
I don't care.
I'm gonna go after this.
Linemen are not good positions.
That's just no.
What? All right,
Linemen
fine.
are huge pieces of an offense.
All right, fine. So maybe this will
All right,
make Peyton actually have to run a little bit, and so maybe that is actually the biggest piece. But I'm gonna have to go with Jeremy Maclin. He even though Deshaun Jackson's like the number one receiver, Maclin last year he led the team in receptions, yards, and touchdowns.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the biggest loss because now this is going to move up. I think Jason Avant to their number 2 receiver job.
I like it, Brendan.
I think Dan Copen. The Broncos lost the starting center last year, and now they're down to their third or fourth string and center. I don't even know if they have a third or fourth string.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess they tried to go out and get Jeff Saturday, who already retired, but he said no. So now they're down to the third and fourth. That would be that's terrible for the Broncos, I think.
Yeah, I mean both are very huge losses. But I'm gonna say Dennis Pitta for the Ravens because with Anquan Bolden gone, Dennis Pitta was supposed to be your red zone go-to guy, and now with him gone as well, you have obviously Torrey Smith on the outside, but I don't know how much of a reliable number 2 Jacoby Jones is. So they're receiving Joe Flacco's receiving weapons are very limited now with Ed Dickson probably as a starter, and they also brought Visanthe Shenko, but I don't think either one compared to the potential that Dennis Pitta could have this season as a full-time starter and, all the receptions he's going to get. But I think Dan Copen would probably be another huge loss because, and like Dave said, Peyton Manning's not a great runner, so,
He's not,
but if you could have brought Jeff Saturday out of retirement, that would have been huge, but I'm going to go with Dennis Pitta.
I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with you here.
Yeah, clearly. That's why you said Maclin.
Well, yeah, but Ed Dickson is as good or better than Dennis Pitta.
I don't think
No.
so. I don't think so.
Yes, he is. He's
Alright.
just as
Then how
good
come Ed Dickson didn't get nearly the receptions as Dennis Pitta did last year?
because they don't have a good coaching staff.
What do you mean they don't have a good coaching staff? Jim Caldwell and John Harbaugh are one of the best offensive coaches in the league.
All right, but they clearly don't have good taste in tight end. But no, I like Ed Dickson. He's a massive sleeper, and
I made it for fantasy football, but not for the Ravens.
yes, he's a sick blocker, and
Yeah, that's true.
he can receive oodles better.
Oodles.
Yeah.
Oodles better than Dennis Pitta.
Okay, so let's go on to the next topic. It's still on the injury standpoint. All right, so let's talk about the Jaguars quarterback. Blaine Gabbert sprained his ankle and he was carted off the field on, I believe it was Saturday's practice. So now does this clearly give Chad Henne the advantage to quarterback battle? Dave, you can start.
I think for the Jaguars, this is a blessing in disguise.
I like it. But yeah, it's true though.
Blaine Gabbert's not gonna do crap for the Jaguars, and Chad Henne will. He's the bright light at the end of the tunnel for the Jaguars.
Is he the future quarterback?
No.
Okay.
But he has at least
He's the place.
7 wins this year. He has the potential for 7 wins this year for the Jags, if he had the team around him.
That's a bold prediction. Brendan, you give your vote.
I think Chad Henne's gonna win the job. He's gonna play well, but I'll give him 2 wins.
Yeah.
Blaine Gabbert is terrible. I agree. It's a pretty big bust. What did they pick him in the first round?
They picked him like 10th overall.
Yeah,
and, from the start he was overrated.
But it was weren't a couple of quarterbacks picked before him.
Yeah, there was Cam Newton and Jake Locker. Jake Locker went 8th overall and Cam went 1st, obviously.
Yeah, Jake
And then
Locker's
he
not
was
that
third
bad.
coordinator.
No,
No, he just can't. He's just got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
I think he's good, but yeah, I like Chad Henne, but I think they wanted to give Blaine Gabbert one more shot because he's had 3 different head coaches in his 3 years as a pro, which isn't all his fault. I think that some of that is, mainly because of the coaching staff, but they have a good offense. I mean,
Yeah.
Cecil Shorts,
Yeah.
Justin Blackman, who was suspended.
I don't like Justin.
And
Blackman.
MJD back.
Yeah, and MJD. So, and they have a decent offensive line. So, honestly, if they can just get a decent amount of quarterback play, I mean, this is definitely not a 9-win team, but it could be a 5 or a 5. I don't want to even say that because their defense really struggles. I would give the advantage to Chet Henne just based on that he kept them in games last year, but I think they did want to see what they wanted to get, I think, one more look at Blaine Gabbert. So this might be a little bit of a setback for Gabbert.
Hey, why not Mike Kafka?
Or Mike Kafka. I mean, but at that point, I mean, if Kafka plays better than them, then I think Gus Bradley could pull the trigger.
Am I the only one who hates Justin Blackman?
Well,
I love Justin
I think he
Blackman.
has the potential to be a really good receiver.
So he's an
Oh,
idiot.
he started off the game on a 4-game suspension, right?
Yep.
So that's gonna screw up the Jaguar season.
He's
What?
a straight up.
I mean, can you
idiot.
name their other receiver? 'Cause-
Cecil Shorts?
Yes.
I mean their third guy.
What's his name? Shipley.
Oh, right. Oh, they also got Mohamed
they still
Massaquoi
have
from
Mike
the
Sims
Browns. Yeah, they do. They still have Sims Walker too. They
So-
re-signed him. Okay, so
I
they don't have
always-
that bad.
I've always loved Shipley.
And last
When he
Yeah.
year,
plays with Ben.
last year he had 865 yards, and he was suspended the first 4 games last year too.
He was.
I don't think
I swear he was.
I think he was suspended a game.
I
it was only like a game.
I think it was 2 games.
No, I'm pretty sure it's full.
No.
Let's
We'll
check
look
it
that up. But while he's talking about that, Brendan, do you think if Gabbert went to any other team that this doesn't work out in Jacksonville, will he have a potential to be a starter anywhere else?
No, he's horrible.
Yeah, it's true.
He's like he kind of reminds me of a little bit of Trent Edwards in Buffalo.
Yeah, I can see that. But I mean, yeah, I just think this is his only shot of, really start. After this, I think he's a career backup.
Yeah, if
I mean,
he's a backup,
Yeah, maybe not even.
he
So,
might be in the street.
yeah, probably because I'm sure. I mean, he has. I don't know how big his rookie contract is, but did you find out if he's been suspended?
I'm getting there.
All right. And also, Mercedes Lewis is a really good tight end.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
I mean,
He's
so
great.
their offense is, I think, ready. They just need a good. That's why I think they should almost blow this year.
Well, definitely not.
Go get a quarterback like Aaron Murray, Teddy Bridgewater, or I don't want Johnny Manziel, but I'm not really starting to like him.
You know, I think that
Johnny Manziel is gonna be terrible. I think.
He's a what's his name? Mercedes Lewis is a bit overrated. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone says, well, yeah, he's not that good, yet when the season rolls around, you don't hear his name
You
at all.
don't hear his name because he's a good tight end. He's not freaking Jimmy Graham who can't block a fly.
Oh my.
Good point.
Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham's not a good blocker though.
He's not-
That's
Wait, how
he's a
much do you think
terrible
Jimmy
blocker.
Graham weighs?
He weighs like
210.
265.
I think he's skinny.
What does it
crap.
matter how much he weighs? He's a terrible blocker.
He's
He's a basketball player blocker. He's
Blackman
just like,
played all 16 games except for it says week 2 he didn't play. So unless
No, it doesn't say he didn't play. It just says that he didn't get
no
any
receptions.
catches.
So maybe,
swear
but
he-
I'm guessing he didn't play.
he
then.
was
Why? He only had
definitely
one
suspended.
catch for the next game and one catch for one
There's
game.
no way he wasn't suspended last year.
I don't think he was.
He was.
Why would you suspend for the second game of the year? That's kind of random.
Yeah, I don't think
Well,
it does. I don't.
But he definitely was suspended.
I
I really-
think the stats show that he
No.
wasn't.
No.
I will find this.
Okay, let's move on from the
Yeah,
Jaguars. All right, let's go to your guys' team as you guys host the RealBillsNow.blogspot.com blog. I plugged in your guys' blog there. So
Yeah.
let's
Check it
talk
out.
about the Bills. They're in a heated quarterback battle right now over at State Fisher for training camp. Cobb's been struggling early in practice. So does this mean Manuel has the advantage, and who do you think has the better chance for the Bills to win now? Dave, you can start.
For the Bills to win now, it would be Manuel, but I think that's too much of a risk because if you start Manuel now and he goes out and he doesn't perform, you could just be setting him up to fail. I mean, if he's not ready, don't start him. We're not in a rush here because it's not like Kevin Cobb's a bad quarterback, so I'd be perfectly fine with both, preferably Manuel, but I'd be fine with Cobb.
Brendan, what do you think?
I would be wrong with this, but I don't think it matters who starts at quarterback this year.
Ooh,
The
okay.
Bills have so many threats. They've got 2 great running backs. They got about 4 or 5
Solid.
solid receivers. So
I mean, Stevie's obviously more than solid. To me, he's a potentially Pro Bowl receiver with a good quarterback.
but I think right now because Cobb's getting like the way majority of the first team reps, even though he's looking pretty bad, but I think he has the advantage right now. If it's a tie, if they both play really bad or both play really good in preseason training camp, it
Yeah.
goes to Cobb because he's the veteran.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the best option right now is Cobb because, like Dave said, I don't know if you want to rush him in, but I think Manuel gives you the best opportunity to eventually potentially win games if he reaches his potential. But the worst thing that can happen is if I don't know if you guys agree with this or not. If Cobb's all the way into like week 7 and they're 1-6. I don't think this is gonna happen because I think the Bills are actually gonna contend. But the worst possible thing is then if you pull Cobb and force Manuel into a bad situation, you hurt his development. That's how I think it could be a little bit of a setback.
Yeah, Matt, he almost gonna. We got a Justin Blackman mugshot in front of us.
He's a thug. Who put that there? Alright, so
Shut up.
but as of now, Cobb's getting more snaps with the first team, but Doug Marrone said that he's trying to ease Manuel in, and they will eventually be to 50-50.
It's Manuel's job to lose. They didn't take him 16th overall to have him sit for a while. But I kind of agree with Brendan, though, is they have so many pieces in place on offense, and including the offensive line. I think the Bills have an underrated offensive line. With Eric Wood and Craig Zerbick, I think it is.
Craig Zerbick.
And Cordy Glenn, who I really like as a tackle. Obviously, losing Andy Levitre is bad, but they have some good, solid replacements.
Yeah.
How many, I think the win margin for the Bills, honestly, potentially could be 9 wins. 10.
16.
Okay, that's confidence. But this team has, the only worry to me for the Bills is the secondary.
Yep.
Because opposite Gilmore, and then you're having Aaron Williams start at safety when he hasn't since college.
Even Bills fans, even everyone that paid attention to the Bills, Leotis McKelvin's underrated.
Leotis McKelvin?
I hate the
at opposite Stephon Gilmore, he was great last year.
I think you're right. He actually did play pretty good. Plus, didn't you say Ron Brooks has been getting some starts?
Yeah, Ron Brooks is getting snaps.
Getting some snaps there. Yeah. And then also Justin Rogers is there in the mix as well.
Yeah.
But as of this right now, though, you're starting safeties with Bird, not in campus, Denoris Searcy, and Aaron Williams.
Yeah.
That's the one tough spot. So you lost George Wilson's now in Tennessee, so.
And 4th round drafted Duke Williams. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but but we should move on from the Bills.
Well, actually,
what? Oh, who to watch for Bills preseason?
Just get your insight while I have you guys on.
I'll go first.
Brendan.
I'll go rest that. Derek Rogers. Receiver.
He blocked me on Twitter.
Yeah, he blocked
me on Twitter.
Just thought
I'd let everybody know just because you know what? It's stupid. I'm not gonna get into it.
You can't take a joke.
Get into it. Get into it.
Okay, all Brendan said was he said feeling sad or something today.
Yeah.
And Brendan's like, baby,
whatever. He said I'm hurting though.
He's hurting. And then
I said, you poor baby.
So
tears.
he wrote blocked.
Yeah.
And then I wrote, what's wrong? Can't take a joke. Then he blocked me. And then he tweeted, cleaned my hands up with that situation.
Yeah,
and I still to this day blocked my day Rick Rogers.
I didn't block him.
Yeah, he's your hero.
Yeah, no, I love Rick Rogers, even though he has some off-field problems. Watch him in preseason, watch him in the regular season. You can tell by his attitude on Twitter that he's had some off-the-field issues. He's got a real attitude.
Yeah, but no, he does have potential to be good. I would say that Marquise Goodwin, another receiver to watch to see how because he has raw speed. I don't know what he ran like a 4.2 last year.
Who?
Marquise Goodwin.
4.27.
So, that's incredible.
Unofficially though.
Yeah, unofficial. So. I think he's another guy to watch, and then also I think you want to watch the young corners. So that's me. What about you, Dave?
I'd like to see Robert Woods. I think he could come out and be the best receiver in this out of this draft.
Is it agreed though that the receiver is the main spot to watch? I think to see how it pans out.
Or defensive end. I like to see the defensive line perform and clearly quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, quarterback.
Oh yeah, right. Obviously.
I would say safety. I like that.
Yeah, you want to see how the secondary pans out. That's always going to be tough. And then obviously Mario Williams, just a quick headline. I believe is injured and I missed the past 2 days of practice.
Yeah,
any concern there?
No.
Any concern?
Yeah, there is concern.
No, not anymore.
In my opinion, there's a lot of concern.
No.
He's off campus getting his foot checked out.
He was off campus.
He's back right now.
Yeah, the coaches.
Sidney Rice is in Switzerland getting his knee checked out. Where am I going to Switzerland for?
No, the doctor said to rest it, but he'll be fine.
Alright, so that's not bad.
You still worried?
Alright.
He has been battling some injuries though.
What did Chan Gailey say first last year?
Chan Gailey was
fired.
Who
was hurt last year?
Mario Williams.
No, who there's somebody that got the season-ending injury.
Scott Chandler.
David Nelson.
Yeah, Scott Chandler. He had an ACL tear, and he had an ACL tear, and the second after that, the coaches had to have known at least a little bit that he would be out for a while.
Yeah.
He said that he would be back the next week.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
But he was fired for a reason.
I don't know about the second round guy, but we'll have to see.
All right, so let's move on from the Bills, but let's stay in the AFC East, where the New York Jets are in again another heated quarterback battle. I mean, I don't know how heated it really can be between the two guys, but it's Mark Sanchez and rookie second round pick Geno Smith. Who gives the Jets the best chance to win, if either even do?
Oh, well, it's a win-win for me. Because being a Bills fan
Oh,
here,
okay, yeah.
if
Bills perspective.
Mark Sanchez starts, he sucks, and the Jets suck.
Right, I'll go.
No, that's really in depth.
His stats show for himself that he cannot bring the Jets to farther than 6 wins.
Sanchez?
Yes.
He took him to the
two
AFC
AFC
Championship.
championship games? Does that interest you at all?
The best defense in the league interests me.
Really?
How good really is Joe Flacco?
Very.
Super Bowl MVP that had 11 touchdowns to 0 interceptions.
Alright, name the
he's
last team
kinda
that had an
terrible.
amazing defense to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, give it. The New Orleans Saints.
New
Because
York.
they have Drew Brees, who's a sweet quarterback.
You just said
Yeah,
bad defense. You asked me a
Jesus
question and I answered it.
I know.
I'll
The
name
Packers.
the New England Patriots.
Yeah, but name a bad quarterback with a bad defense.
Well, they wouldn't be in the
Yeah.
playoffs. Then.
Yeah, what the hell?
Because it's all like Joe Flacco's a bad
Name a Super
quarterback.
Bowl team that doesn't have a chance to win 2 games.
Alright, fine, not an amazing quarterback.
Wait, so you're saying give a team that won a
Like-
Super Bowl without an amazing
Like Eli
quarterback?
Manning's not an amazing quarterback.
Okay, Brad. So you're. Oh wait, this is. I want to rephrase. You're saying which team has
All teams
won a
with
Super
okay
Bowl with not a good
quarterbacks
quarterback?
have sweet defenses.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess, but
That's why Mark Sanchez's defense carried him all the way through.
not all the way through.
Alright, fine.
You can't.
85%.
You're not going all the way through without some pieces on
Well,
offense.
they didn't go all the way through.
Even yeah,
They pulled up short because he can't come up in the clutch.
that was not his fault.
Whose fault was it?
It was Ben
So-
Roethlisberger. It was the defense. They crumbled after
So
Ben
it was his
Roethlisberger in
fault
Pittsburgh.
It was his fault that he got him there, but it wasn't his fault that he
didn't
can't come
get
up
him
in the
there.
clutch.
The whole team got him there. He had Santonio Holmes on his side.
Exactly.
I'm not saying he was bad, but I'm saying
He was bad.
if without. Okay, say you took out Mark Sanchez, you put Greg McElroy in. Would they have went to the AFC Championship game?
Probably.
No, probably not.
Mark Sanchez has had the worst. He fell off a cliff the past 2 years.
Okay, yeah, the past
Alright,
two.
let me go.
Well, even though 2 years ago they went 8-8,
Yeah.
which is better than the
Which
Bills
they
have
still
done
had
in
a
a
good
while.
defense then.
Somewhat.
They had the best corner in the league.
Okay.
I think Mark Sanchez is going to be very good this year.
Oh my gosh, no. And then, alright, so back to my
I
win.
like the
back,
bold.
back to
I
my
like it.
win,
I like
win
it.
thing. So if Mark Sanchez starts, the Jets will suck as he sucks. I just went in depth with that.
Come on, you
If
can't.
Geno
You really
Smith-
show off your intelligence by
Yeah.
saying that.
And then if Geno Smith starts, it's kind of the thing like with Manuel. He could be set up to fail and suck and just go on, and he probably won't succeed with the pieces around
Well, he
him.
might not suck, but he might not produce as highly as
he
he's
could fall into that
expected.
Jake Locker role.
What's the Jake Locker
Yeah,
role as of
what?
right now? That's unproven.
You're
Well, he's not. We haven't
What?
seen a full variety. We haven't seen a
Alright,
whole
fine, Christian
basis
Ponder.
of Jake Locker.
He's
Ponder started a playoff game. Well, no, he didn't play, but he was in a play.
He's
He
with
contributed to a
Adrian
playoff.
Peterson.
Okay. Take out Christian Ponder. Put in Matt Castle. Does that team make the playoffs?
Yes.
Brendan.
No.
Thank you.
You're rushing for 2,000
Alright.
yards. He can sit out his
Okay.
spot the
Tom
whole
Brady
game.
won two Super Bowls. He had nobody around him.
Because Tom Brady's one of the best quarterbacks in history.
Wait, did he have somebody around him? He had.
No,
He had Corey Dillon, which was pretty good.
So basically,
And he also had Super Bowl MVP Deion Branch at the time, who was good.
but he didn't have a lot of things. Around him.
He had
That's-
Kevin
I don't
Falk.
think Tom Brady was
that's
all that
different.
good.
Tom Brady's amazing.
Look at the defense they had. They had Teddy Bruschi, Rodney
Yeah.
Harrison, Richard. No, not Richard. Oh yeah, Richard Seymour.
Yeah.
They had
Do they have Junior Seau then?
rest in peace. No, he played in the 16-0 season.
Ah.
But I don't even think. I mean, Tom Brady got all the way, but he was obviously.
Well,
a
no,
huge
but still,
piece.
Tom Brady's gonna go down when he retires. As at the least like a top 10 Kobe, maybe even the top 5.
He needs one more, and I think he's the best of all time.
I
want to see him
something
pass.
say.
But he's
5
still
games.
good. He's still
Oh,
very
yeah.
good.
of course.
Super Bowl without an amazing quarterback, without an amazing defense.
That's never
happen.
Two
happened.
Giants.
Giants have
No,
an amazing
stop
defense.
it. Michael Strahan, OCU Manure, and Justin Tuck.
2 Giants years
Eli
without
Manning.
an amazing defense and not an amazing
They had a
quarterback.
sweet defense.
Don't be disrespectful.
They had
to
the
Eli
best
Manning.
defensive line in the league, and they have the most clutch quarterback in the league. You can't.
How
You
about-
know
how
what?
about the freaking,
Eli's 2-0 against Tom Brady. So if you're gonna say Eli's not good, you're gonna say Tom Brady's not good.
How about the Colts?
What about the Colts? Oh, they had an awful defense.
They
Yeah.
had Peyton Manning.
Good point.
Oh yeah, never mind. They had Peyton Manning.
Okay, wait. So you guys are saying a team that doesn't have a good quarterback and a bad defense won a Super Bowl? Of course they did.
I know. That's what he said.
That's
He
what
said-
I'm saying.
Yeah. What the
I think
hell?
we're all
Yeah,
mixed up here.
I think you're
I'm
saying. I
saying
think you're
it.
saying.
I'm saying even a mediocre quarterback with a great defense can go all the way.
Well, yeah. Look at the Ravens. Trent
Exactly.
Dilfer, but they still had pieces on offense. So they had
Yes.
Jamal Lewis at running back.
I'm saying Mark
Who
Sanchez
had over
sucks,
2,000 yards.
That's what I'm trying
Mark
to say.
Sanchez doesn't suck.
He doesn't suck.
Yes, he does.
Okay,
He got a
yes.
headband.
Yes, yes, last year was awful, but
And the year before was awful.
No.
not really.
It was a 2-win difference. He played awful. Pull up
2-win.
his stats.
I'm going to pull up his stats. Keep talking. Keep
All
talking.
right.
He sucks.
Mark Sanchez does not suck
Why not?
because he took his team to the NFC Championship twice.
No, his defense took his team there. He just kind of walked down and threw a pass there,
All right, he's in freaking.
Oh, he rocked those 2,800 passing yards last
That
year.
was last year, all right.
That's fantasy.
2011,
stuff. Who
he had
cares?
3,000 yards,
People care about
474, 26 touchdowns to 18 interceptions, which is a lot of
Ugh.
picks. Okay, this is the one year that I can agree with Dave. He had 12 touchdowns and 20 interceptions when they went to the AFC Championship.
Wait,
So when is he
wait,
good?
wait. Let me go back.
Okay, but look at the second year they made to the AFC Championship game, 17-13.
Let me go back to what Dave just said.
Okay.
People care about passing yards. How come everyone hates Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Because he's sick. He's not great.
Because he has too many turnovers.
But
I saw an NFL
Dave
Network.
just said
He's
that
fourth.
passing yards are the only thing that matters.
I
right
never
now.
said
Oh,
that.
they don't.
I never said they're the only
Passing
thing.
yards don't matter
I said
whatsoever.
passing yards do
Might I
matter.
add that he had 6 rushing touchdowns in 2011?
Who cares?
That's pretty good. And
Then
3-3.
you
That's
You
decent.
do not know the circumstance. Like I could run a simple bootleg into the end zone.
No, you could
No, you
not.
could
It's not that hard.
You have to
Don't-
trick the
don't over-
defense into it.
Don't flatter yourself.
Like how many Andrew Luck had so many rushing touchdowns this year?
Andrew Luck ran the same 4.3 as Cam Newton, so don't say that Andrew Luck isn't mobile.
Well, he's not. When you think
He's
of
just
Andrew
as
Luck,
mobile
you
as
don't say
Ben
mobile.
Roethlisberger.
Yeah, Ben
Okay, but
Roethlisberger's-
you're not saying Ben Roethlisberger's not mobile.
Ben Roethlisberger is a building of
Are you saying Mark Sanchez is mobile right now?
No, I was just saying that that's impressive that a quarterback gets 6 rushing touchdowns
Crappy
at
quarterback
his
at
stat.
6 for sure. Cam Newton leads his team in rushing. That's impressive already.
I hate that I'm defending Mark Sanchez, but I feel the need to at this point.
He's bad.
We're this
That's what
far
I'm
into
saying.
it.
That's what I'm
All
saying.
right, let's go to the next topic.
Okay.
No.
Okay, but what do you, okay, so what
Alright,
do you
fine, just go.
Oh.
Just go.
Oh, no, okay, alright. We're gonna stick with the quarterback competitions, and it is in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's not necessarily a competition. Josh Freeman's in his contract year. Does Mike Glennon, the third-round quarterback, pose a threat to Josh Freeman if he impresses at camp in the preseason? Brendan, you go first.
No.
No what? No, you won't go first.
Well, I don't know.
Alright, fine, I'll go first.
He doesn't pose a real threat this season, but he poses a threat for future reference.
Well,
because
yeah.
oh, that's what you're asking?
Yeah.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Josh Freeman's gonna get kicked out of here
Ooh.
after this year. He's not playing another year here.
He's had huge numbers.
He's gone.
No, here's what's happening. If Josh Freeman doesn't produce this
He's
year,
an eagle.
and Michael
Check
and
out
Mike
my article.
and
Plug.
Mike Glennon looks good, then they'll bring in Mike Glennon because it's Freeman's contract year. So that's why there's gonna be a lot of pressure on Freeman this season because if they drafted Glennon for a reason, and if Freeman can't produce, he clearly hasn't gotten them anywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled the trigger and brought in Glennon.
Well, he got them to 10-6 2 years ago and only missing the playoffs by a tiebreaker.
Yeah, Josh Freeman was terrible.
What do you do? 4,000 yards last season
Yeah,
and
that's good.
and 27 touchdowns.
He's terrible.
Those numbers don't lie.
Alright, go to Ryan Fitzpatrick's numbers.
And look at okay.
No, go. No,
Okay,
they don't
that
lie.
2011 was a bad year. Oh wait, hold on. Before we go to Ryan Fitzpatrick, I want to still talk about the Buccaneers. Freeman has posted solid numbers, and Glennon,
Oh.
honestly, I think is just I mean, last year you didn't say Nick Foles coming in posed Michael Vick a threat. So I mean, I think that Freeman, I think the team's gonna be much better. I think that they're a playoff contending team.
What?
Ooh.
You're saying that
Okay, but look at that
turnovers
year. In 2010, he had 25 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions. Look at the potential he has.
and 5 fumbles. He fumbles like he's a freaking Michael Vick.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so that's one. He has the raw ability too. I think.
He
Nah,
threw
I
double
I think Freeman's.
digits.
I think Freeman.
I think his raw ability should have kicked in by now.
Yeah, I don't think
it
he has any
kicked in by
ability.
now. Look
honestly.
at his numbers. You
I think
said
he's gonna
you
be
said
a-
yards are huge. Look at the yards.
I think he's
First
gonna be-
of all, I never said yards are huge.
And he has the weapons around him.
I said.
No, I
Brendan
just said I said yards are important, not everything. That's what Brendan said. I'm just saying
Yeah.
you said yards are important, which they
Well,
clearly
yeah.
are.
Brendan said. I said, look at his yards, and Brendan said, yards are only for fantasy. I said, no, they matter.
They don't really matter that much.
You want to know who started those 6 games in 2009?
What matters is right
Josh
here. Look at
Johnson.
this garbage. 25,
He only started 10 games.
This is freaking garbage.
Oh yeah, you know what?
They were 4 and
you know
12
what
that year.
sucks?
That's not his.
45, 53.
He's
That's
talking about
terrible.
QBR.
That is
No, you know what
terrible.
sucks? Mark Sanchez's passer rating. That's what sucks.
Alright,
Agreed.
let's go Ryan Fitzpatrick if numbers
No,
matter.
no.
If
Okay,
numbers
let's pull up.
matter.
Let's pull up Ryan Fitzpatrick's
he
numbers.
was near the top in touchdowns last year. If numbers matter.
Numbers do matter.
Alright.
Numbers don't lie.
What do you think he has grit?
In this case, they do lie. Let's see.
Well, in
Yeah.
a lot of cases, they
Okay.
do.
3,400 yards, 24 touchdowns, 16 interceptions.
24 touchdowns, 23
8
touchdowns,
fumbles.
3,000. He was in 3,000.
23 interceptions, 15, 7 fumbles. Well, that was in St. Louis. 4, 2, 8 fumbles last season.
Alright, did you watch?
The numbers
You
in
didn't
this
watch
case.
the games last year. You're not a Bills fan.
I did watch. That doesn't mean I
He
didn't
was
watch the
getting
games.
blindsided every
Yeah.
freaking game.
So what? That's his own fault.
Oh,
No, it's
yeah.
It's his
He,
own
he
fault.
holds on to
The
the ball
blind
too long.
the blindside was terrible because Corey Glenn got hurt. He was getting
So what?
drilled.
He
He
held
did-
on to the ball
He-
too long.
He's the one. That's the one thing they did right. He got the ball out of his hand.
Then why isn't
yeah.
he still starting in the NFL?
No,
if,
he-
you do, why, if
He
he's
is
so
gonna
good,
start.
if he's
He's
so
gonna
good,
start for
no.
the Titans.
no, he's not. Jake
Yes, he
Locker's
is.
the
Here's what he
future
did.
of that
Here's what he
franchise.
did. Here's what Fitz did. He'd take the snap, he'd look left, knowing he'd look right. If he didn't see anyone, he'd tuck it, he'd look down, and he'd try to.
Yeah, he's not
Wrong.
good at reading. That's why he's not as smart for going to Harvard. Whoever said that?
He's
I'm taking it.
smart.
He's not.
I doubt that he ever scrambled, like ran away.
On
and
NFL
threw
Network,
a
they
pass.
said he is
Or-
third of quarterbacks in the past 3 seasons for most turnovers.
Yeah, because
I mean, yes, he posted huge touchdown numbers. I mean, those are impressive numbers, but in that case, I mean, look what he did. He didn't get the Bills anywhere. He got him to 3, 6, 3.
All right, then
6
why are
and
we
10
talking
seasons.
about numbers?
You wanted to use.
Why? No, that yeah, I know. I'm using it as a reference. The Bills have won how many games in the last 3 years? 16.
Yes,
And he started all those.
18 actually.
18, yeah. He started all those games.
Except for
If
3.
if numbers matter, then why are his numbers so good yet his team was so
Oh,
bad?
I agree with you that no numbers don't always matter.
They don't matter at all.
At times they don't, but
They're
I mean,
fun to
obviously
pay-
you need some production out of your quarterback in order to be successful.
They're
Even
fun to pay attention to, but they're not. They don't matter that
You know what's fun to pay attention to? How stupid you are.
oh come on, he's
They're
just trying to make
they're
some
taking
simple
personal
points.
shots at me.
yeah.
All I'm doing
What are
is
you, Richard
arguing about
Sherman
why.
on Skip Bayless here. In my 24 years of life, I am better than you. But what about Darrell Roos? Is he better? I'm talking about you, Steve.
Yeah, no.
Come on. That made me lose so much respect for Richard
No,
Sherman.
he said.
I love Richard
No, he
Sherman.
said, "Are you better than Darrell Reeves?" He's like, "I'm better than
And
you."
you. Yeah, that's what he said.
Me and Patrick watched that last night.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, so let's. All right, so we're gonna go away from the quarterback. That heated topic clearly between us.
Yeah.
Because apparently numbers do or don't matter. There was a all-time best jersey bracket on NFL.com, and the Panthers' third jersey apparently
Good.
is the best jersey of all time.
Good.
Bad.
I hate the throwback jerseys.
Yeah. Man.
You're telling. Okay, wait. Before you say anything, Brendan, do you agree that the 49ers jerseys and the Pittsburgh Steelers jerseys are classic and they're good?
They're not good with the class.
What is wrong with you
They're
people?
disgusting. Oh my god.
They're
If-
amazing.
Okay, if I looked at them,
You're telling me that
I would throw up.
those flashy Panthers jerseys are the best of all time?
Yes.
no, not the best of all time.
What's the best jersey of all time?
of all time?
Yes. Do you know off the top of your head?
I
You can
do.
even name- What?
Seahawks new one.
No. See, those are just
Oh, of all time, like way back.
of all
Chargers
time.
old jerseys, those were things.
Okay,
Powder
even
blue,
those
yeah.
are classic.
Those
Powder
things were
blue
sick.
jerseys.
Yeah.
I mean, even look at
I hate the Eagles over.
No, I like the Chargers.
these.
I
Just
like
the
the Chargers
green.
throwbacks
Yeah,
from
Kelly
like
green.
2007.
Yeah.
Those things were sick with
Yes.
LTL. Yeah, those things were.
But you're
awesome.
telling me, I mean, the Cowboys white jerseys, those are. I mean, if you're saying that classics aren't good, then why are the Yankees jerseys still good? The
because
Yankees are boring. They have white, just blue stripes.
yeah,
on
but
them.
they have 27 World Series.
Also, championships make the jerseys
all
look good.
right.
So you're telling me those awful Bills jerseys of the early 2000s were good if they would have
Yeah,
started?
how many championships
Yes.
do the 49ers have?
6.
Yeah. Why
So-
don't they wear those
5.
jerseys anymore?
Well, no, they have 6. But
They still wear. No, they only
They don't wear
have
the same
I'm
exact.
pretty sure they-
jerseys.
Joe Montana's 4,
They
Steve
They
Young is
changed
5.
them
If they
up.
would have won this year, would have been 6.
They changed them up a little bit.
No, they changed them up in the 90s. They had the white pants instead of the gold, and now they went back to the old ones.
you could do whatever you want if you have 27 World Series wins.
Okay, so
But 5 is compared to 27.
those aren't
kinda.
the best of all time. The classics are the good ones. I mean, I'm not saying the new ones aren't bad, but like the Jaguars ones, what's 2 different colors on the helmet?
I like it.
I think it's sweet.
It's too busy. I like the classic Steelers jerseys and the 49ers.
Yeah, I like the classic Cleveland Browns jerseys. Those
Yeah, those are awesome.
I was
the white.
kidding.
What?
They have an orange
They're
helmet. They're
awesome.
called the Browns. What does that even mean?
That's
What
because
does that
their
have to-
owner. That's because their owner was last name was Brown.
I like them because they're classic, but they're
Here's one-
ugly.
One of those ones were terrible.
What?
The old Bengals ones that were the exact
Oh,
copy
yeah.
of the Browns. Only
The
said
Bungles.
Bengals.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
so
I know.
bad.
The Bungles.
Okay, so, yeah, but I mean they're not the best of all time, right? They're cool.
They're cool, but I don't think they're the best of all time. That's the best of all time or best of vintage?
It was voted as the best jersey of all time. It beat the Ravens.
Pick-
The
pull it
Ravens
up. I don't
jerseys
even know
were the
what you're talking about.
It was Dave Damashek of the NFL.com did a
No,
bracket.
I know, but I just want to see what the jerseys look like. I don't know what the Panthers jerseys even look like.
Oh, you want to see the Panthers third
Yeah.
jerseys? They're the black ones. I'll show you.
Those things are kind of ugly.
See, I mean they're not the best of all time.
Yeah.
I think people just like them now. Oh, not the Florida Panthers.
They're
Yeah,
terrible.
Those are horrid.
I know.
I think they're alright.
Ugh, blue. Stop it. Not these. These.
Those
The
are
black and blue ones.
Those are sweet.
Those
Those
are
are the
cool.
best of all time. Those are
See?
ugly. Those
No,
are
They're not
actually
the
really
best
ugly.
of all
Those are
time.
sweet.
These are cool. I like their blue. Their
Yeah,
powder
those blue ones
ones.
have a better chance of winning it.
Yeah,
my
I mean,
opinion.
but those are and they beat the Ravens jerseys. You think you're telling me that those jerseys are the best?
No,
No.
second best.
Those are classic. Cowboys and 49ers.
I like the Cowboys.
Those are great.
I like them because they
As
wear
much as
white.
I hate the Cowboys, those are great
I
jerseys.
like the Cowboys because they wear white all the time. Do they even
Yeah,
have
I don't
like,
think I think they wear those like navy blue ones like once a year.
You know,
they
yeah,
wear
no.
white.
like
Oh,
on Thanksgiving they wear?
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
one classic
I like
NFL
those. They're not
jersey.
bad.
There's one classic NFL jersey.
No, there's many classic NFL jerseys.
No one.
What?
The creamsicle.
Those are disgusting.
Yes.
0-13.
You're gonna tell me
All
that-
I see in there is failure and disgust. It hurts my
Oh,
eyes.
I just came up with one. Miami Dolphins. Those are just sick.
Okay, yeah. So those are. Oh yeah, but those are
Well,
nice. The new
yeah.
ones, but
No, not the new
Sometimes-
ones. That's the new ones.
the old ones.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The one with Dan Marino. Those
Oh,
are sick.
those. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like those. I didn't like the couple years ago with the whole turquoise pants. Those are
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah.
I like the orange ones. that they
You
used
like
to
the
wear.
orange jerseys?
Those are
Yes.
nice.
Yes. I think they're. I don't know. I don't like them. I think they're too bright.
We should go to the next time.
Okay, so let's go to the. Well, let's go to two second-year starters. Obviously, Kaepernick. We're gonna talk about Kaepernick and RG3. Kaepernick is a third-year
NFL
player, but
player.
second-year starter. Who this year is primed for the better season as a starter, and not based on individual statistics and where they'll take their team, because I think it's obvious that the 49ers are better than the Redskins. Agreed.
Well, I'm gonna say Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
Well, I don't like Colin Kaepernick at all.
I don't like how he talks. It really
I don't like
bugs
him. I
me.
don't like him. I think he's just kind of punk. Like,
Well,
I think
maybe.
He
I
is
think-
really. He's
yeah.
overly self-confident.
Yeah.
I think when you hear him talk, it
yeah, and
aggravates me.
like he's kind of like Sherman, except he's not that much of a mean
Yeah.
person. But RG3 will have a good season, even though he's coming off torn ACL. But here's one. I'm just gonna come off the top a little bit. All right, RG3, Robert Griffin the third is freaking Superman because he's coming back from torn ACL, right?
Yeah.
Scott Shanahan's doing the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Same exact thing.
I think it's okay, but I think obviously RG3 is gonna get more attention because he's a
Yeah.
cornerback. But I think you're seeing ACL injuries heal like back in the 90s, it was almost a career-ending injury and you were out forever. I mean, after Adrian Peterson, you're looking at all these players that are healing quickly.
Yeah. Who's the one guy that does Doctor?
Dr. James Andrews.
Yeah, James Andrews. Yeah.
And I think everybody's going to him. Jeremy Macklin's getting his surgery from him as
Yeah,
well.
Scott
He's
Chandler did.
yeah. So I mean, I think that's pretty good. So I think honestly, if RG3's healthy, I think he'll have the better season. I'm expecting a down year for Kaepernick just statistically starting all 16 games. So I think I'm gonna give the advantage to RG3. I think he's gonna have a monster season.
Yeah.
No,
I think he could.
no, it's
He's
not gonna-
primed to have one.
No,
Oh, yeah.
he's not. He's coming off an ACL tear, and he'd be lucky.
So is
no.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
doubt
but that's
nothing.
different.
I know it's not. I doubt nothing. I won't doubt them until I see them on the
No, because now it's different. Because now every single chance that a defense is gonna do, they're gonna try to wreck RG3.
field. Okay, that same thing with Peyton Manning's neck last year, but what happened with Peyton Manning?
That's a different.
He had a
thing.
huge.
That's different.
How is that different?
They don't want to
It's
break his neck.
still season-ending
They don't want to
injuries.
break his neck.
He had a whole year.
Okay, but they were
to
gonna hit him
recover.
hard.
He had a whole year to recover.
I think. Okay, but
It was to
the
a point where
Redskins
it
are
was
gonna use
just a scar.
RG3.
It wasn't really. What do you think was gonna happen? Is the guts are gonna ooze out of his
Oh my
neck.
gosh. Okay, go to the next.
That is not.
What do you-
What? Are you, get off the show.
I know.
God.
You're terrible.
What is that?
I know. Guts are gonna ooze. What?
Why would that even happen?
Well,
That
that's what you
his
say.
injury wasn't like a torn muscle in his neck.
Well, there was
Actually,
a
it
scar.
What
was,
was it?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I know.
I
There's
think
a
it was some
scar there.
spinal.
I don't think I
injury.
ever knew. I just kind of. Well, how do you do it? Just from overtime.
I think it was from overtime because I don't remember a certain.
Yeah, I didn't
I don't
hear.
remember a hit that
Yeah.
put him out of the year. But I think I think they both potentially can. Okay, I'm gonna go off topic. Well, let's stick on the young quarterbacks. Out of all the young quarterbacks, Cam Newton, Andrew Luck, you name it. I don't have to name them all. Who's gonna have the best season this year and go deepest in the playoffs? Is it Kaepernick or is it Russell Wilson?
Kaepernick. I said this before, and I'll say it again. Russell Wilson's not that good. I think he's not that mobile. If you actually think
He
about
is
it,
mobile.
he's kind of mobile, but he's not that mobile. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what
He
you're saying
doesn't
because
run
you're
that
wrong.
Did you even watch the Bills Seahawks game? He
I
made
did.
Yeah, he had like
but
4
that-
touchdowns.
He had 3, but
What?
that's not-
Oh, I'm sorry.
like he doesn't rush as much as the other guys. You know?
It's because he has Marshawn Lynch. He doesn't need to. He's smarter.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
but he's
Even
small.
though they actually led out of all those teams in read option plays, but most of them went to Marshawn Lynch.
I feel like one hit and he's so small.
Well, yeah, that's true, but he's smart with it. He's not RG3 or Michael Vick where he's leaning his head over and he's trying to get that extra yard.
Kaepernick's nicely
Mark my
built.
words. Colin Kaepernick will not start Week 10.
Alright, you're stupid. Colt McCoy.
Oh, Colt McCoy's coming in.
There's no way
Mark my
Colt
words.
McCoy-
There's gonna
How
be
many-
something that's gonna take him out.
How many of those young quarterbacks make the playoffs? Because I think Luck is in.
Wait, who are you saying?
Let's do it. Let's do Cam Newton, Luck, RG3,
Dalton.
Kaepernick, and Russell Wilson.
Wait,
Because I
why
think
is
Dalton's a
Dalton there?
lock. Well, I'm gonna. Okay, yeah. So then Dalton, Ponder. All right, so we'll stick with those 7. All right, with
Alright.
Ponder and Dalton in there as
Who has a
well.
better chance of making the playoffs?
How many of those guys make the playoffs?
Let's see.
Oh, and
Ponder,
we'll also go Jake Locker because I think
Alright,
he
Jake
might have a
Locker,
big year.
Ponder,
And
Andy
Sam
Dalton,
Bradford. I'm sorry, one more. Sam
and
Bradford.
Sam Bradford.
So those 9. We'll stick with
Cam
those 9.
Newton. Who else?
9? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you got Cam Newton, Andrew Luck, RG3, Kaepernick, Russell Wilson, Andy Dalton, Christian Ponder, Jake Locker, and Sam Bradford. Got it.
Alright,
Those-
Sam Bradford's not going to the playoffs. Cam Newton's not going to the playoffs.
Okay.
Wait,
Andy
wait,
Dalton
hold on,
might not-
hold on, hold on. What was the topic?
Well, how many of these young Listen, how many young how many young quarterbacks are how many of those young quarterbacks are going to make the playoffs? You have Cam Newton, RG3, Kaepernick, Russell Wilson. So we know. All right.
Alright, yeah,
Here's
I
a
know.
bold prediction. 4.
Alright, here's
Which ones?
RG3, Kaepernick.
So, do you think RG3 is going to win the division?
The Cowboys are going to win the division.
So RG3,
Cam
Kaepernick.
Newton, Kaepernick. No, not Cam Newton.
No.
Sorry.
No, it is 4. You're right about that, but
Russell Wilson.
no. Here's
You don't
what
think Seahawks should make the
No.
playoffs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I
All
was
right. Yeah, I
yeah.
know.
here's what the 4 are.
Andy Dalton. you
Yeah,
think?
Andy Dalton.
Okay.
That's 4.
Here's what the 4 are. Can we go with 5?
You could do it. No, I'm saying out of how many do you think are going to make it? He thinks 4.
It's 5. Alright, I'm gonna go with 5. So the last one's a little out there. So
Okay.
definitely the first 4 are correct, but
Oh, and you can also do rookies this year. Is that what you're thinking?
no.
Okay.
Colin Kaepernick, Russell Wilson, what?
I know. I was just
Um,
asking.
Andy Dalton's a lock.
Yeah.
And Andrew Luck.
Okay.
And then, hear me out here. TJ Yates.
No. Okay. All right. I'm gonna listen though.
What do you mean?
So you're saying Matt Schwab isn't gonna start? Matt Cotton Schwab. I don't like Schwab. I'm sorry.
No, here's what's gonna happen. Week 12, Schwab's gonna get hurt. Or later in the
So
season.
does that count?
Let's say
still?
15. He's gonna get hurt. TJ Yates is gonna come in and light it up. Go to the playoffs. Wait, no,
Okay.
never mind. Screw that, because
So you don't think TJ?
the Texans are a Super Bowl pick, so never mind.
Okay, I'm gonna say you have Cam Newton. I think the Panthers are actually gonna
No
squeeze
way.
him this year. I'm just
In
saying. I
that
think
NFC?
this is a make or break
In
year. If
that
Cam doesn't make
NFC?
it this year, it's gonna be tough.
Well, no way, because it's just a beast.
Okay, this is
but
my prediction. You have TJ Yates making the playoffs. So don't question my
Yeah,
ability.
no.
I mean,
All right, so Cam Newton. I think Russell Wilson's a lock. I think Colin Kaepernick, Andy Dalton, and then honestly, I don't want to say RG3 because I don't think they make the playoffs this year. That's just my opinion.
they don't.
I think the Cowboys and the Giants, and of course my Eagles, I'm hoping are in it. I think are
No
the two
way.
biggest contenders.
But what if Vic starts? That doesn't count as a guy, though.
What?
We're still talking about the young QBs,
No.
though.
Yeah, I am. I didn't say. I
You
was saying
are.
in the Eagles. I'm talking about the NFC East. So
Oh.
and then you have those 4, and then I think and then Andrew Luck. I think those 5.
Yes.
Wait, why are
But
they
then
both?
don't be surprised if this might. You don't know what's gonna happen, but I mean, EJ Manuel, Geno Smith not Geno Smith. EJ Manuel has potential to be in the playoffs.
Yes.
You guys are Bills fans, so you guys are obviously thinking optimistic, but it's not that far off.
Yep.
If you saw what the Colts did when they were 2-14, what a good quarterback did for them. With the Bills, they have. Do you agree that take out the quarterbacks, and the Bills have a better roster than the Colts? Take out quarterbacks. I think they have a deeper team.
Wait, the Colts?
Yeah.
With quarterbacks, I think the Bills.
Without quarterbacks.
Why?
I'm just saying, based on other positions, I'm just saying what a quarterback could do. And then say EJ Manuel, if he develops into so I'm going to say 5, but then there's the potential for 6 or 7, because Ponder, I think, is going to compete.
Here's something that you didn't write down.
Not Sam Bradford, though.
Sophomore slump.
Well, we've already talked about that a lot.
I would say Luck.
Yeah,
we can talk about it.
I would
Who
say
do you
Andrew
think?
Luck.
I would say so, too, because of the offense. They rely on him so much, because Ahmad Bradshaw and Vic Bell, I don't think are going to run that well.
Yeah, I just don't like Andrew Luck. I probably already told you guys this before, but
Yeah.
I just think he's horrid.
All right, let's a couple more topics. Who comes out of the AFC North? I just want to get your guys' predictions on that real fast, because that's a obviously very interesting division.
What else?
2 teams, not 3.
Okay.
Well,
Who wins the division?
Let's just pretend it's a 3-team division, because the Browns aren't going out. Okay. And neither are the Steelers. I mean, they might have a shot, but they're not going to make it. And the Bengals are going to win the division. They are by far the best team in that division.
I think whoever wins this division is by default.
I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry.
So what? You interrupt people all the time.
They have the second best receiver in the league with AJ Green.
Yeah.
They have a very underrated QB with Andy Dalton. A very good running game now with Gio Bernard Dog, and Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. And they have a good defense led by Geno Atkins.
Okay. I think whoever wins this division is by default.
Oh my gosh.
Because Baltimore lost so many pieces. I think they're going to win it.
They gained a lot of pieces as well.
Okay.
No, they didn't.
I think the Steelers are going to come out. I think Ben Roethlisberger's going to have a huge pick. You say the Texans are a Super Bowl contender.
They're a Super Bowl pick.
The Steelers are going to be my Super Bowl pick. I think they're going to have a huge season.
Why?
I think Jarvis Jones, that pick is going to be one of the best picks of the draft. Him replacing James Harrison, he's a football player. Even though he didn't impress in workouts, is why he dropped. Look at the receivers. Even yes, they lost Mike Wallace, but Antonio Brown is a very good receiver. So is Emmanuel Sanders. I think Marcus Wheaton's a huge sleeper rookie that's going to have a big breakout year.
Yes.
Le'Veon Bell, I think, is going to do just fine. Their offensive line is healthy. Their defense is still good. I think that I think they're going to come out. I think honestly all 3 teams can make it, but I'm going to go Steelers and I'm going to go Ravens. I'm going to go Steelers and Bengals.
No,
you can say
don't
all
even
3.
say
They need a quarterback first.
Don't even say.
I didn't say all 3 teams. I said the Bengals and Steelers.
No, you said
I think
all
the
3.
Ravens.
You said I don't think all 3 teams.
I said all 3 teams couldn't make it. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true.
Yeah, you said. Yeah.
Okay, so I did. Because you think the Browns are going to make the playoffs with Brandon Whedon?
Yes, they could.
No, we're not talking about this.
Okay, any team could.
No,
make
we're not talking about the
we're putting Jaguars as our Super Bowl pick.
For the Browns,
I
we're
didn't
not
say
talking
See how
about
much
Super Bowl
money. Okay, but playoff. No one's picking the Jaguars to make the playoffs. Yes, they could make it.
Yeah.
Dave could be a starting receiver in the NFL, but is it going to happen?
Alright,
No.
it's okay. You're saying that nobody optimism, you know?
Okay, optimistic, but look at the Browns. What do they have? They have a really good running back. They don't have a solid.
Going into the Bills season, this isn't a good example, but what if the Browns start out 4-1 like the Bills did?
They'll blow it because
They could crumble just like the Bills did.
No, but
If they start off
Just
4-1,
think
then they're in a good position. But that's only 5 games.
yeah, just think of it. 4-1.
And
What-
Do you
what
realize
would
how
the
tough
world be?
their schedule is?
I don't care. What would the world be saying?
And what if Jeff Toole wins
Well,
the
it
Bills
would-
starting job?
All right,
I can
no.
say what if.
Yes,
as much as
exactly.
I want.
Agreed.
That's not
it's
exactly
no,
at all.
he's right though. Because
You
you
can
can
say
say
what if.
you can say what if the Jags.
What if Jeremy Maclin plays on one leg? All right. What if
Every
he gets his
team's-
leg
remember, every
amputated
team's
and gets
0-0.
2,500
Every team's
yards,
0-0 right now. Nobody's starting off with a disadvantage.
Okay. All right. So
Last topic of the day.
yes.
What QB could pull a fast one like Russell Wilson did last year in the preseason? And it
Can I go
cannot
first?
be EJ Manuel.
Can I go first?
It cannot be Geno Smith.
Alright, I'm gonna go with the other Wilson, Tyler Wilson, on the Raiders. I wanted the
It's-
Bills to
yeah.
get him so terribly. Where
More
did
than
he go
EJ
in the
Manuel?
4th round?
4th round.
Yeah.
No, 5th.
No, it's
4th.
Yeah,
You're right.
4th.
4th round.
Yeah, I think he's gonna win the job right off the beat Matt Flynn out again and have another Wilson beat him out. That's pretty cool.
That
But,
was if I was Matt Flynn, I would go nowhere where there's a last name Wilson at the quarterback.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
unfortunately, I agree with you, Brendan, because
Unfortunately.
it's the only one. Like Ryan Nassib's not going to start. whoever the Steelers got isn't going to start with.
Landry Jones.
Yeah, Landry Jones isn't going to start. Mike Glennon's not going to start this year. The only
they both
spot,
could be on the field.
Yeah,
though.
Mike Glennon
true, but
could.
the only two big spots are going to be is in Oakland and in Philly.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't like Barkley as much as I like Tyler Wilson, so I'm going to agree with Brendan here for once.
I think it's going to be Matt Barkley. I think that he's the one right now that has. I mean, I think obviously Wilson has probably a better shot because Matt Flynn I don't think is better than Vic.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Well, even though we don't know. We've only seen Flynn start 2 games. But I think that it could be Matt Barkley if he can. I mean, he's already shown that he can line up. He can run the fast-paced offense. I think it could be Barkley, but I think you guys are both right with Tyler Wilson.
All right. So I think that is going to do it for this podcast edition. We'll be back, I think, on Friday.
Yeah.
For another podcast without Brendan, most likely.
Yeah. No.
So if you're interested to hear more about that Eagles QB competition or whatever, this, that, and the other about the Eagles, hit up Louis' blog. You know, which one do you want?
EagleSportsTalk.blogspot.com.
All right.
Yes.
And check out our Bills blog, which is at FieldBillsNow.blogspot.com, and follow all of us on Twitter. Louis at TV Sportstalk, me at Dave Chris Benson, Brendan at 716 Sports Talk, 716 Sports Talk. For now, I think we're done here.
At 716
I said
Sports
that.
Chat.
Oh, bye. All right, we'll see you next time.
Later.